is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Pokemon Legends ZA video. Alright, so, usually when I'm doing Legends ZA videos, they're the big Legends ZA and assorted news videos. But this time, I found a 4chan text dump that was big enough that it needed its own video. So we're gonna go over that today. Tell me what you think about it down in the comments. You know, of course, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue videos from me. Follow me at twitter.com/RSMario128. Like my video tweet, share my video tweet. I will shout you out at this portion of the video. All right, let's get on into it. So it starts off. It says, "Pokemon ZA, not another leak." I don't know why they called it that, but I mean it's kind of a leak if you know if it's true or not. So it says the starters are going to be Snivy, Scorbunny, and Popplio. The game is set in a rather more modern-looking era with normal starters selection like usual games. So the starters are the usual Kalos ones, but at the beginning of the game, they got stolen. So the female professor gives you a different choice with Pokemon she brought from other regions. So that's actually pretty cool. That's actually a cool way to do it. I mean, because this game is set after X and Y, it would not make sense for you to get different starters than the X and Y starters unless they just changed, unless they got some new Pokemon. Like if those brand new starters, that would be, you know, but it wouldn't make sense for you to get starters from other regions like Legends Arceus. Since Legends Arceus, you know, was in the past and Sinnoh wasn't even a thing at that point, it wasn't established, so yeah. Now, as far as the starters being Snivy, Snowbunny, and Popplio, that's not a bad mix, but I don't really see where Popplio is, like, you know, very French. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably swap out Popplio for Piplup. Because Piplup, you know, Empoleon, everybody thinks he's like a given if they're gonna go this route with the starters. But that's not a bad starter combo. You know what I'm saying? I think all three of those Pokemon, well, I don't think Scorbunny needs a redo as bad as Snivy or, you know, Popplio do. You know what I'm saying? But it's fine. It's fine. So the final stages are Superior to be Grass Electric, Cinderace to be Fire Fairy, and Primarina to be Water Ghost. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Water Ghost Primarina. I mean, Water Ghost is a good typing, but why? Like, is she gonna be like a dead opera singer? So she's like a singing banshee? That would be kind of interesting. Cinderace to be Fire Fairy. I mean, yeah, we can kind of see that. Fire fighting would be better. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't see anything wrong with that. He is a bunny. So, bunnies, fairies, Easter. Okay. Grass Electric Superior, I have no idea where that comes from. Like I don't even get, like, what's the reference? Because usually these Pokemon reference something. I don't know what the reference would be for a Grass Electric Snake Pokemon. The story involves multiverse situation. Oh, Lord. Pokemon multiverse. The protagonists are from another universe. They're from BO13 and found themselves in the new one, which is BO14. In the universe, the Megas are more common and used in battle. 20 new Megas, 19 regional forms, and 12 new Pokemon. There's a phone-like map in Legends Arceus that is called the Z Phone. All the Pokemon that have Megas in X and Y and ORAS are in the Pokédex. So that's pretty huge. So the multiverse thing is an interesting look for a Pokemon story. Pokemon's done multiverse stuff before, so this wouldn't be new to the Pokemon universe, but making it central to the main story of the game is pretty interesting. I definitely check it out. You know, I don't hate multiverse as much as a lot of people nowadays because Marvel has kind of soured people on multiverse. I still kind of like multiverse as far as the concept. The protagonist being from a different universe kind of fits with the Legends thing because with Legends Arceus, it was time travel. So this is multiversal travel. So that's pretty cool. Now now this is where it kind of gets a little fan fiction-y. 20 new megas is a lot. That's a lot of new megas. I'm expecting like half that. You know what I'm saying? But since this is a multiverse, that would fit. 19 regional forms. I'm not expecting any regional forms, to be honest, outside of the starters. More than likely, the starters will probably just get megas. And 12 new Pokemon. The only new Pokemon I expect to see in Legends ZA are like legends, you know. So, because remember, with Legends Arceus, the only new Pokemon that we got was the ride Pokemon, like the you know, and what was it? The genie, the new genie we got. That was really about it. So the Pokédex is larger than Legends Arceus and still has requirements and quests like before, but not as written on paper. I don't know what that means. It seems in the new universe, no one has ever completed the Pokédex yet. So basically, you might be the first one to complete the Pokédex, which seems a little weird for something that takes place after and you know, X and Y in the modern era, but this is a new universe, so maybe things just move slower. Riding Pokemon are back and function similar. They resemble real life vehicles, but with a twist, like Steel Electric split evolution of the regional form of Clink resembling a 1800 bike. So if you remember the 1800 like bikes, like if you ever seen the bike with the big giant wheel, that's basically it. So a Clink bike that looks like a Clink form that looks like that. Okay. Each little region has a problem to be solved regarding the Pokemon going crazy. Among the new megas, we have new starter forms, and 4 new gone crazy Pokemon that play as Big Boss. Zygrade obtains a new Mega alongside Mycargo, Flurgus, Xerneas, and Yveltal. At some point of the game, you will catch various legendaries like the Gen 3 trio. So far, this looks pretty good. Alright, so like the game being divided into 3 regions is interesting because we all like expected this to be broken up into 5 different little regions. So breaking it up into 3 bigger regions within the city kind of works. All right, you know, and of course you have to complete all the objectives in one to go to the other. So I mean, I guess it will make the game flow a little better, especially if they're gonna do the same thing they did in Legends Arceus, where you had to catch all the Pokemon in one region in order to get to the next part of the region. Of course, the Pokemon gone crazy is basically just the bosses. So the bosses from Legends Arceus, which is probably the best thing about that game, outside of like the UI and the catching mechanics. The boss battles of Legends Arceus were awesome. Like they need to bring that over. All right, don't bring over the battle system. Bring over the bosses though. That would be crazy. Zygarde getting a new Mega form is, yeah, that's kind of predictable. Now Mega Mecargo. Okay, now this right here is what I think Megas and like regional forms should be for. Like these weird odd Pokemon that nobody thinks about anymore, like Mecargo, Florgus. Nobody thinks about these Pokemon anymore. You know what I'm saying? Sunflora. Who thinking about Sunflora in 2024? Alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them like new life. You don't really have to give it to just the popular Pokemon. Xerneas and Yveltal getting new forms. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that definitely happening. So you can catch the Tapus from Alola, brought there by a portal. A new Tapu is catchable. Tapu Wararu.
Oh, you almost had it.
War Uru. Tapu Wayuru. A dark fairy type, resembling a wolf. Seems the other Tapus are there to stop it because it is the guardian deity of rebellion. So this actually kind of fits with France because France has been known for its rebellions. They're on like what, their fifth or sixth republic at this point. So even, so one of the reasons why Paris is built the way it is in order to be easier to stop rebellions. So yeah, the Tapus are one of my favorite aspects of Generation 7. So if they want to bring the Tapus back, I'm all for it. And not to mention, giving them a new Tapu would be pretty cool. Because look what they did with the genies in Legends Arceus. They brought in a new genie. All right, so I can see them doing the same thing with the Tapus. One thing I would rather have is just give the Tapus alternate forms. All right, like, I mean, the genies have the Etherian forms. The Gen 1 birds have their regional forms. The Gen 2 dogs have regional forms. The only, like legendary trio or quartet that doesn't have alternate forms are the Emotion Trio from Gen 4 and the Tapus. So give the Tapus some new forms. They can be bosses. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. The A and ZA is a new Pokemon that is driving other Pokemon crazy. The other Pokemon in the game, like Algenrock, Algenrock, is a Dragon Steel type that has a Mega as well, and it is opposite of Zygarde, and it wakes up when the world is being brought back to zero. We already have a Pokemon that does that. Like, the Zero Pokemon is technically Kyurem. Kyurem is kind of like the zero-sum Pokemon. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, when things go to zero, or things come back to like a weird homeostasis, Kyurem is that Pokemon. Like, that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why he's Ice Dragon. That's why he's vaguely evil. Because, coming back to zero seems to be, it's kind of a thing. Like, things die when you do that. That's why he's Ice Dragon, So, making a whole new Pokemon that does that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Algenrock is the other 50% of Zygrade turned into something else. Mega Zygrade is totally different from the 100% form and is a mix of humanoid and dragon animal features. It has horns resembling a Viking of some sort, probably because this is all Norse mythology. It has a 10% form and a 100% form that aren't in the game. If they're not in the game, then how do you know about them? Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde are driven mad by A's presence. How it's called in the game, you have to fight them in Mega form in order to free them. Druddigon has an evolution, a Dragon Fairy type, that is a riding Pokemon that can fly. Flying is proper one, not like the glide like in Scarlet and Violet. Pancham evolves into a regional variant of Pangoro, which is fighting psychic type. And it is a riding Pokemon for climbing rather than floating, since it gives you the ability to glide. Why would you be gliding? Like, why are you gliding on the wall climb Pokemon? I don't know. I mean, I guess technically you can levitate because it's a psychic type, but if you already have a flying Pokemon, then you don't really need a levitating, floating Pokemon. But if you pre-order, you can obtain Volcanion in a catchable mission. So, okay, that's pretty cool. So far, like I told you, it was kind of girthy, but it seems pretty cool. Now, there are some fan fiction-y elements here, like, the multiverse stuff, the 20 daggone megas, you know what I'm saying? Some of the other stuff is kind of fan fiction-y. Algenrock being zero Pokemon is a little weird. But so far, I actually kind of like it. I kind of dig it. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Alright, so of course, tell me what you think of that in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.